informative, unique, and impactful. I embarked on the Effective Principals training program with mixed feelings, because at the time there were several persons who were saying the program is time consuming and there's no real accreditation to it. So I did the first round. I did it half-heartedly, and it resulted in me, of course, meeting expectations, but then I had to redo one of the modules. It took me years before I embarked on round 2 to complete this program, but I finally decided to do it, and I'm happy I did. At the workshop, I felt empowered when I listened to the presenters presenting. Maybe it's the fact that I was now a principal and in the position. What was being said resonated with me in a way, and I started visualizing how the implementation of these modules that I would be choosing would really impact school. I left the workshop feeling energetic about and excited about implementing round 2. So I went back to school, and I decided this time that even though the program is for me to execute, I would have involved my middle managers in the process. So I met with them, set up the various teams, and I said, in working with me in the implementation of this program, inadvertently, your leadership skills also will be sharpened. Some persons were somewhat hesitant, but I kept on motivating and encouraging till after a while they came back to say, sir, I now see the value in it, I understand it. Especially the module that talks about creating an accountability framework, which we use with our ancillary staff to get them to take more pride in their work. The managers for that team of persons came back and they were really elated to be a part of it. So the second one for me is a rewarding experience. We embarked on the classroom supervision module, which that changed the whole trajectory of the learning environment in the classroom, because we created PEP stimulation centers, which the children could go in and interface with hands-on material, understand the real concept of the 4 C's of teaching in 21st century classroom. I did records management as one of my modules, and today we are one of the primary schools with a record management room. And we all know that records management room is mainly in tertiary institutions. We have that, and we have a person who is trained as a records manager to manage the room. What has that done for Ascot? When you need a file for any category of staff, it is so easy to find that file. It's easy to track the file. We have devised instruments now to go into classrooms, to watch lessons, and to gather the data, and we know exactly how to analyze this data. All managers are aware of how the instrument is used. So we have become really expert in classroom supervision in capturing data and to use this data to drive instruction. I would describe myself now as a more astute leader who is poised with the 21st century leadership skills to move a school forward. I say this because the exposure to the various modules, when you read it, there is in-depth information there that inadvertently jolts you to try new things, to dare the status quo. And it also gives you the skills that you need to share with your other middle managers. And if you share with them, in sharing with them, then the leadership is spread across the school. I'm even looking at how the mental models of all of us as leaders have changed. We don't see things one-dimensional anymore. I'm now a researcher as a result of ENSEL. I think I have a more cutting-edge time management in terms of an accountability framework for education. I think I have that more than ever, and I am now propelled to encourage all leaders with whom I interface to see ENSEL as that institution that really empowers. And the fallacy that exists out there that ENSEL is just extra work for principal and it's a stress unto itself, that it needs to be dismissed. You cannot fully appreciate the value of ENSEL until you get enrolled in one of their programs. Then you'll understand that the program is definitely designed to empower and equip leaders with the skills that are necessary to create quality institutions. And like somebody once said, you can't have $1 million dream with minimum wage work ethics. You have to come into NCEL with growth mindset so that you can really embody the information to really go out and make a difference. And I'm happy I sit here as a proud product of NCEL who is moving education forward.